Who got it? Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo! Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. I was expecting you, Emil.
What's up?
Okay, first off, good morning, Emil.
Morning, man.
The past few times, every time that I open the show, I go, yo.
Yeah.
And I was expecting you to normally be like, hey, how's it going, man? And I was ready to make a bit out of it because, as you guys know by now, as I open up the show, I basically mic check with a couple yos, get the flow going. And I love when the meal's in because immediately it's conversational. Everyone's like, yo, yeah, how's it going, man?
I was so busy in getting this camera up, for the I'm already screwing it up.
No, you're good,
But,
dude.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah, yo.
How's it going, man?
I hope you guys are having a good day this morning. We're going to have a great show on this Tuesday, August 24th. I got so many things to get to. Bush tickets, STP tickets coming up at 7 o'clock. For Last Geek Standing, Faker Florida edition. The Morning Morons coming up this hour. I'm going to play a game with Emil because I only have Emil for about an hour. So like 6:40, I got a fun game that I'm going to play with Emil. And I could get somebody to play against him to see how he does in the competitive league. But have you had a good week so far, Emil?
What, personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been all right, I guess. Busy.
Yeah? So you haven't had any moments. I know that you're getting ready to be a dad.
I am.
Which is a big deal. And I'm very proud of you here. And there's going to be so many different highlights and peaks and valleys as far as fatherhood is concerned. Yesterday, I had a valley. Oh. I had a moment where I realized I failed as a father.
Oh.
And I keep having these moments, man. Where I'm like, damn it.
Well, what makes you have these moments and then try to just avoid those things?
Well, that's the thing. It's not until you're in the middle of the situation where you realize
I'm in a valley.
Yeah. You don't see the valley coming. You look up and you see, the walls around you and like, damn it, I'm in a valley. All right. So here's the situation. What happened yesterday? I took my daughter to Walgreens, right? Yeah. I had to get some medication and she had to sign a waiver. So when I had her sign the waiver, I'm like, here, sign this. Right. So she gets a waiver, it's a signature. And then she signs. Now she's a sophomore in high school. Okay. She's 15 years old, about to be 16 years old. So she's been through the schooling process for the majority of her life.
Right.
And it's been public school, mind you. But, I was a firm believer in public school. I went to public school and look at me now.
Yeah, man, you're really great.
So anyways, I was like, here, I need your signature. So she signs it with just her first name and then hands it back to me.
It's like Madonna.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, whoa, hey, finish signing it. She's like, I did. I'm like, no, dummy, your first and last name. What are you doing? And I was like, what do you think you are, Madonna? And she goes, who? And I was like, damn it. And I'm like, Beyonce?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I get it. Like that. And I'm like, oh, man.
Madonna, she didn't get the reference. Like, I feel like everybody, especially nowadays, she's so crazy. I feel like she's all over everything for like other reasons.
Well, not for TikTok kids. They don't care. Yeah. But yeah, there was two fails in one. The first fail was that she didn't sign her first and last name when asked for a signature. And I thought, okay, come on. I thought this is common knowledge. Everyone should know this. What are they teaching you in school? And she's like, well, when I sign stuff at school, I just sign my first name. I'm like, you know how many people have your same first name?
Yeah.
It's a common name.
It's like just John.
Yeah. You can't do that. You need a last name too in your signature. So I had to have this big debate with her. And then the Madonna thing, I don't care that she didn't know about and Beyonce, but I'm like, you have to earn the one name.
It's these skills though. And there's, what I always read about like the Gen Z, the Zoomers, the lack of the skills that they actually have nowadays. They're actually really bad at like computers.
I know.
What I've been reading. Like, what?
How are you going to be bad with computers? You were born with like an iPhone in your hand.
Right. It comes with birth.
Yes. Let's go to the phones real quick. Well, no, let's not go to the phones real quick.
Right there.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, that was well, after that happened, we're standing in line. Then I started giving her like math quizzes for like just basic change.
Pop quizzes on the spot now.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, how much is 3 quarters and 2 dimes? And she's a girl, so she couldn't think of it right off the top of her head. She figured it out eventually. I felt a little bit better about my parenting.
So you keep like hoping for a phantom caller. I see.
No, I mean, someone keeps calling and then hanging up. Yeah.
Don't do that. He's trying to tell me about how he's a bad father. Stay
Well,
off the phone.
This is good, though, because you're becoming a father.
I know, right? And I've just learned. I learned from you, Beef.
Well, what I'm doing here is I'm setting the bar very low. So that way, you know that you can be a great father. And if I have a great relationship with my daughter. My daughter loves me. Strangers believe I'm a great father before they ask my daughter for a signature. So on the surface, I am a fantastic father and I get kudos all the time. The bar for being a good dad is incredibly low. So all you have to do is really be there and don't beat them and you're good.
Right.
So I excel beyond those 2 expectations. And, I also do a little parenting in between, but there are things that I forgot to teach her. Like, I don't know, life. Yeah.
So it's kind of, are you like the Homer Simpson father?
I guess, man. Yeah. And I'm not an alcoholic or anything like that. I mean, I do everything in moderation. I'm trying. I mean, that's all we're doing is trying.
That's all you can do, man.
There's no school for this stuff. You know this because the dumbest people have the most kids.
That's the truth, man. But somehow, like they make it work for most of them anyway. And if they don't, they get CPS called on them.
Right, exactly. All right, well, let's get this show moving. 600 KFMA is the number if you want to call up a request or just a shout out, whatever the case. We have a Morning Moron coming up here in just a few minutes. So stick around after that. Whoa, we're back here live, and look how. Whoa. That's me. I fixed it, guys. I fixed it. All right. So, yes, we're back here live. Didn't mean to scream. Didn't mean to scare you. Didn't mean to make Emil gain 60 pounds real quick. We got Derek here in studio now. You like that joke?
He's stung by a bee. He swelled all up.
And we got Drum setting up as well. So, welcome to the stream. We got to do a tease real quick live here on the air. As I'm getting situated, keep the chat going. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I got to play a little song, but when we come back, I want to talk about the Virgin Hyperloop. Have you heard of this, Derek?
I have not heard of it.
Okay, so the Virgin Hyperloop is the train of the future. Okay, it's able to basically move at 670 miles per hour. Woo. Yes, and this is something that is coming to America within the next 5 years.
Sweet.
Yeah, it blows my mind just breaking this down, and we will go over that after Green Day on Rock 102.1. Here's Holiday. All right, so we're back after that tease. Drum, get in there on the stream. All right. So many things. So we were talking about parent fails. Mute your stuff here, Drum. You good? All right, so we're talking about parent fails, and Derek reminded me of his parent fail. So my parent fail was that my daughter signs her name without her last name. She just signs her first name. And she's just like, okay, done. I'm like, no. You got to do first and last. That's what a signature is. But she didn't know that. And that was my fail. So you can one up it though, huh, Derek?
A little bit.
Okay, what is it?
My daughter didn't know that you don't have to fill your car all the way up with gas. She thought that it had to be filled up full every time.
Okay, so there was no getting a quarter tank of gas or old school, just kicking a couple bucks for gas.
Yeah,
I'll get $5 that will let me run for another week.
She said, I don't know how I'm going to keep getting to work. I don't have any more than like $10 and I'm almost out of gas. It's throw 5 in. Wait, you can do that?
Yeah.
That's great. How old was she?
Almost 20.
Yeah, almost 20. You guys have any parenting fails that you could share on there? Let's see. As I'm looking at the comments here, and that did catch me by surprise. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. I've really never noticed my kids' signatures at all. So I wouldn't know if they're signing their. I'm gonna have to go check that now.
Yeah, give them something to sign and then see what they do. It's really good to know because honestly, a signature is something you stick with for the rest of your life. You utilize it everywhere. And no matter, I know both of our signatures are shit.
Mine has evolved.
It's better now?
No, it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
It's
That's beautiful.
just letters now.
Yes. My
Just two
signature.
letters.
My signature is terrible as well. It's pretty much 2 letters with a loop, and dash and a
loop,
dot.
fancy.
It's bad. And I've been in situations where people ask for my autograph, like at the Roadrunners games.
Weird.
Yeah, weird and uncomfortable because my handwriting is so bad, and my signature is so trash that I don't want to give it.
Yeah.
And then I come off as like this diva who won't give an autograph. So I mean, I conform and I say, okay, fine. And then I
Don't make fun of me.
yeah. And I can't be at home and get caught by my girlfriend signing beef vegan over and over again, because then she's going to think I have a whole bunch of other issues.
I think the signature I was best at was my dad's. I mean,
Oh, yes.
Like getting out of the jail for free card. You're like, oh, here's my dad's signature.
Yeah.
yep, we're going for lunch. My dad wrote a note.
Yeah, exactly. Christina wrote for her parenting fail. Parent fail for her was when the kids are so used to texting, the phone rang and her oldest, which is much younger at the time, answered it and then paused. And I told him, "You say hello." I didn't
Been
even
there
know.
for that too.
That's funny. She had to tell him that you say hello and you answer. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, Joe. It relates to me on that. Like, my biggest parenting fail is not enforcing good penmanship. I tried. I used to have my daughter in punishment, instead of like spanking her or grounding her, I would have her write out sentences over and over
But
again.
does anybody write with their hands anymore?
Well, she didn't. All right, we're on 10 seconds. Obviously, she did a terrible job. Here we go. Rock 102.1. Good morning, Drum.
Good morning, everyone.
All right. And well, I'm the one who said good morning to you, so I don't know why you got to talk to everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's only polite.
Oh, well, what about me? It's impolite not to acknowledge the person that said good morning to you.
No, I did. I said good morning, everyone.
Oh, so you're including me, but I'm
Yeah.
the one who said good morning to you.
She didn't
Yes,
want to
but
make it weird, man.
You initiate it, and we're on stream too.
That's true, but
You
good.
gotta. That's how I was raised with good manners.
Well, I'm feeling kind of burned right now. I'm on the outs. I'm saying good morning to you. Good morning, Drum.
Good morning, Beef.
Okay, see, there you go. See, like if I was in a hallway and I said good morning, Drum, would you say good morning, everyone?
Well, see, the thing is, we're talking with everybody. It's all inclusive. So you have to acknowledge everybody who's in the room with you, including our streamers. And
I don't
Yeah.
even think you acknowledged D-Rock yet.
I did. I when I said good morning, everyone, I looked right at D-Rock.
See,
Oh.
I'm with her because, like, when I walk up to my friends kicking it around a fire and somebody says good morning to me, first off, I'm like, why are you lighting stuff on fire? Never mind.
Okay, that was a good try. All right, let's go. That's a perfect segue into the future. Let's take a quick peek into the future. Virgin announced their plans for the Hyperloop, which is a passenger pod that will travel 670 miles an hour using quote unquote levitation engines that are 10 times more efficient than the fastest trains in China.
Which is something.
Yes, because they got really fast trains over there. So imagine, if you will, this is going to be our near future, because there's several companies that are vying to do this as a form of not communication, but travel.
Yeah, the commuting.
Commuting.
The work. Like, if I could commute on a 670 mile an hour train down to Tucson.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
really fun.
Where would it make sense? It would make sense if we had a Hyperloop that connected Phoenix to Tucson and then Phoenix to Flagstaff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be convenient too.
Exactly. So you could say, theoretically speaking, you can go from Flagstaff to or Tucson to Flagstaff on this Hyperloop in less than an hour.
Which would be amazing.
Yes.
That would be. Sign me up for that. That's so cool.
Right. Now, the Virgin Hyperloops is, again, 10 times faster than any commercial train that's out there right now. It's even faster than most commercial jets, which reach a cruising speed of about 460 to 575 miles an hour.
I've always wondered that. I've never known how fast planes fly.
That's
I just
how
figured
fast.
Fast enough to stay up.
And they never seem like they're going that fast, especially when they're landing. You're
Right.
just like, man, you're going like 5 miles an hour, just easing into this. The Swift on-demand transport model will allow for tens of thousands of passengers per hour per direction.
That's a
That's
ton.
Yes.
a good money maker right there.
Yes. So it was originally unveiled by Elon Musk in 2013. Now, if you remember, he wanted to create this to create like a
Tunnels.
Hyperloop from, a tunnel from LA to San Francisco. Essentially, he would say that it was like a 30-minute trip to go from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes. That's half the time it takes by plane. And essentially, it is a long tube that has all the air removed to create a vacuum.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And now for safety reasons, Hyperloop tunnels need escape hatches in case of a fire. So there's a lot of questions as far as moving forward, but they've already tested this. The tube is suspended from the ground to protect against weather and earthquakes.
Okay.
All right. So basically,
Smooth ride.
That's smart.
yeah, the only thing I'm looking at as like a negative on this is that you're going to have these giant tubes going across the country.
But if they do it underground,
Well, I don't think they will. I think a lot of it's going to be
that might take
above
a
the
lot of
ground.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would basically, I've wanted to do this since I was a little kid, and I went to the bank and I saw the little air tube bank thing.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh.
the same basic idea. If you're looking
Yeah.
at the picture, you get
Yeah.
to finally ride in one of those
Yes.
from Tucson to Phoenix.
What's even crazier
3
is say you guys take off from like New York City, Grand Central Station or whatever, right?
Okay.
And there's
Okay.
3 carts, 1, 2, 3. One's going to Cleveland, one's going to Miami, right? While it's traveling at a high rate of speed at 670 miles an hour, the train that's going to Cleveland can go off to another tube, all
Oh.
without a stop.
That would be terrifying. Though.
Terrifying. But so 3 leave the station at once, and then they can all end up at different destinations, and then they split off at like just a moment's
that sounds
notice.
so fun, though.
Yeah, it does sound fun, but if you're like, hey, John, where'd Johnny go?
Yeah. As when
7-Eleven.
you look at the pictures, the composite drawings that they have for this, they have basically lounges and everything. You can walk around, even traveling at 670 miles an hour. You guys been on an airplane, you know how gravity works. You don't feel it moving at that rate of speed. You could just walk around and just live your life. So there's a number of firms that are vying to bring this technology to life, including Elon Musk himself, Hyperloop Transportation Technologies, and Virgin Hyperloop One, with Virgin having a set open date for 2027. Now, as for Tucson, when will we get one? Well, who knows? But it will probably be a couple years after that. But just to keep it realistic, they're going to create some potholes and
Yeah.
slow it down from 670 miles an hour to 25 miles an hour. So we'll feel right at home.
And every quarter mile, they'll put in some pedestrian crosswalks.
Exactly.
There we go.
We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up after the break. Stick around. All right. So
Got a few responses for the parent fails.
I'm not 10 years behind on the Hyperloop info, Todd. Trolling on the YouTube. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Again, sorry, bro.
That's right.
I just wanted to let you know, like, Europe has been using trains for a long time.
They've been using
They don't
trains, Gittens. What you
Not
talking
like
about?
what?
Trains.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do they have a tube?
And they go like almost 300 miles an hour.
Yes.
I've been to New Zealand,
This can do double.
Taiwan, Japan, Ireland.
Are you just listing off places you've gone now?
Yeah, dude. You're just bragging at this point, Gittens.
You
No,
gotta
I'm not
flex when you
bragging.
gotta.
But it's so easy to get around on a train. It's so much faster. There's no stops. It's one place to the other.
Right.
It's cheap,
Yeah.
so it's a good idea. And most of them are run like electrically, so there's no like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, whatever it is.
Right.
So
Let me address this. I got Todd trolling on the stream here.
No, you're cool.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, so thanks to magnetic levitation that limits the aerodynamic drag, the pods don't.
No, that's a great thing though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a technology that is not only not utilizing any fossil fuels whatsoever, so it's clean energy, but a power in which we've not seen for commercial transportation. It's huge.
I like the analogy of the tubes at the bank.
The tubes at the what?
At the bank.
Oh yeah.
The bank.
That-
There you
that's a
go.
great
That was
idea.
you. You
Yeah.
did that.
Sounds good enough.
Hey.
Yeah,
D-Rock's like, that was me.
here and there.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, D-Rock's taking a victory lap because of that. All right. Thanks, Gittens. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take it
All right.
easy.
No problem. Later. All right. So I want to show a picture of this too. There's plenty of pictures to show. I'll just show on my Google Docs. Just this thing. I don't know if you can even really see it that well.
Zoom enhance. Enhance.
Oh my god, like Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Enhanced.
Yeah, should I? How do I zoom that?
I don't know. I don't
All
think
right,
that actually
okay,
works in real life.
Yeah, no, it does. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, no, the thing's super cool, Todd, and not everyone knows about it, so I shared about it. I shared it on the air. So, eat a dick up and hiccup. Okay? that's what I say on that. It has to exist in a vacuum. It's going to happen. Yes, there are safety concerns. I'm sure they're figuring it out. I don't know how it's going to even happen, and then where they're going to start building it, but they're getting there. That's part of it. All right, so we have a lot of stuff that we're going to touch on here, but we're going to play a game in a little bit with Drum and D-Rock, and it was little kid or drunk adult. So I've been asking listeners as they called in this question and recording it, and I chopped it up, made a little game about it. I'll give you an example. I played it with Emil earlier this morning, and he was very bad at this game. I'll show you. Rock 102.1 KFMA, that's 3 doors down here on Beef Vegan Presents. Welcome back to the show. I'm hanging out with my good buddy Emil, and I want to play a game with him. You know, over the last couple weeks, I've been asking our listeners off the air while recording conversations, name something that you did either as a little kid or drunk adult. All right, something like a mess up, an epic fail of that nature, right? So I put together a bunch of different audio. And I'm going to give you an example, Emil. Okay. So essentially, this person's going to give you, tell you the story of what they did. And then you have to guess if they were a drunk adult or a little kid when they did it.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
All right. So this is Miguel.
I lit my neighbor's rose garden on fire.
All right. So he said, I set my neighbor's rose garden on fire. Is that Miguel as a little kid or Miguel is an adult?
You know, I'm gonna say it's probably drunk adult, but you know, I'm gonna say little kid.
You're gonna say little kid?
No, I'm gonna. Oh, this is so hard.
I know it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say little kid.
Okay, let's hear from Miguel.
I regret it already.
I was a drunk adult.
I knew
my
it.
girl at the time, that's where she lived, and she was cheating on me. I found out, so I lit it up. I lit it on fire
while she
was asleep, and I burned all the roses. I did go to jail over it, though.
Yeah, there you go. So,
was it worth it?
Love hurts.
I had a feeling, you know, I was like, it's something stupid little kids would do, but I'm like, nah, this is probably a drunk.
Oh, a scorned lover. And that's the thing. It's just like, you know, you don't deserve any roses. I'm going to burn all of the roses.
I know, it's very poetic, actually.
It is. All right. So now I have Mitch. This is what Mitch did.
I punched a farmer in the face when he made fun of me for how I ate corn.
All right. So he punched a farmer in the face because of how he made fun of him for how he ate corn.
Sensitive.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm going to go ahead and say little kid.
I'm going to say little kid.
I'm going to say little kid.
Say the kid, Mitch as a kid had the balls to punch a farmer in the face.
Yeah, I'm going to say that he just was being a stupid little kid, and he just couldn't take. Because I mean, if you're going to get sad about a farmer telling you how to eat corn, like I don't know, he could be a drunk adult.
All right, well, you said little kid. Let's find out.
Let's go with it.
I was a drunk adult.
Oh man,
I was over at my ex-girlfriend's house while she was having a party. Her uncle is a big-time farmer, right? He saw how I was eating my corn and started making fun of me in front of everyone. I was drunk and didn't understand what was happening, so I just punched him in the face, and he proceeded to beat my ass in front of the entire party.
So it's you don't like mess with a farmer.
No,
like,
you never mess with a farmer, man. Those boys are strong.
Yeah, all they do all day is work. I want to know how this guy was eating his corn. That's my whole question.
Oh, he ate it like a weirdo. I know how he ate his corn.
Deep throating that corn or something?
Exactly. He didn't eat it from the side. He just took it straight on and just put it in his mouth and just scraped the corn off.
Not even using his hands, just like off the table.
He's like, I didn't even use teeth. I just sucked the corn off the cob. Fantastic. Mitch, you're the man. All right. You're terrible at this game, Emil.
I really am, but it's all right.
Let's do one more and see. This is for your redemption, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, this is Mallory. All right, let me play you what Mallory said. This is funny.
I stole my brother's werewolf mask and snuck into my neighbor's house to scare them at 1:00 in the morning.
All right, so she stole her neighbor's werewolf mask or her brother's werewolf mask and then snuck into her neighbor's house at 1:00 in the morning. As a little kid or a drunk adult?
I'll go ahead and do drunk adult. It's probably little kid. This is stupid because I feel like it's probably little kid, but I'm going to just go say drunk adult.
You're saying drunk adult?
I'm going to say drunk adult.
All right.
I was a little kid.
Oh, I hate
It was
all
just
this.
a week before Halloween, and I was so excited to scare people. One night, I literally could not sleep at all. So I stayed up. I decided to break in my neighbor's house to scare them.
Yeah.
And I was actually 8 years old, and I was literally grounded for like life.
Hell, there you go.
I quit.
You suck at games.
I
Emil.
really do, man. It's whatever. I'll get over.
One KFMA, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for the morning moron. This story is a doozy and it's coming from the great state of Florida. So we're keeping a theme this morning, Emil.
I feel like it's just easy enough, you know? You don't have to really look. It's just like, what's happening in Florida today?
Oh, no, people are like, hey, how do you put together a show? I'm like, well, I just Google Florida and then all the stories that pop up on my front page is pretty much the show.
And it's entertaining 24/7.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this morning moron is a peeping Tom who got caught with his pants down, literally. So this happened in the Florida community near Daytona Beach.
Right.
They were dealing with a peeping Tom. So this guy was going around peeping on tons of people. It was so much so that it was a problem in the community. They kept reporting, hey, we have a guy that's going through and looking through windows late at night. It's a very weird and scary situation to have, you know?
Yeah.
So there were multiple reports on this, and police knew that they were looking for this peeping Tom, and they got calls saying that there were reports of a man looking in a window while exposing himself to a woman on one night. So police started monitoring the area, and on Saturday night, they caught the suspect with his pants down.
Oh.
Literally. He's a 37-year-old named Javier, and when they asked him what he was doing, he told deputies that he was just out getting some exercise.
Javier, you don't exercise with your pants down, at least not outside of your house.
No, I get it. You know, some one-arm curls. That's what he's doing.
That's it. And this was like the place I felt like I should exercise. This person's lawn was really inviting.
Yes. Now there is police video. I can't even play the video for you because, you know, it's Florida police. They curse a lot. But you see his ass, like bare ass, pointing towards the cop when the cop puts the flashlight on him.
Just a
like,
whoop whoop.
Busted. And then to top it all off, they also found a crack pipe and some paraphernalia close by.
There we go. There's the foundation of all this guy's great life of peeping.
Yeah. You're like, why would you ever think that's a good idea? Oh, you're smoking crack? Oh, okay. I see why.
You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to smoke some crack. I'm going to go for a jog. I might peep in some windows too.
Yeah. And exercise.
It's Florida.
Oh, my arm's tired. It's time to exercise the other arm.
Yeah, it's a muscle down there. I got to get it going.
And that is your morning moron. We'll be back right after this. It's Beef Vegan Presents of Rock 102.1 KFMA. And we're back here live, about 20 seconds away from another one with Drum, the lovely Miss Drum. Good morning, Drum.
Good morning.
Everyone. Oh.
Well,
I didn't get upset. I didn't hurt my feelings. Just, you know, I was like, I'm here. I said hi. All right, 5 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Hold on, I forgot. I got it to intro this properly. And everything.
Getting out the props.
Yeah. It's time for another one with Drum. Okay, I'll work on that, but I'm getting there. All right, what's your news, Drum? What do you got for us today?
All right, a survey. Nearly 1 in 5 Americans never want to get engaged.
Oh, really? 1 in 5. I wonder if that's a bigger number than in past. I'm sure it is. We're kind of like, just taught and trained to grow up, be like 18, 19, get married, have kids, be with that same person for the rest of your life, and then die.
I think that's a generational difference there because I was not raised.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you're still
thankfully.
being raised. You're still a child. But I'm saying the old people beforehand, not my generation either, even though a lot of my friends did get married, did get engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you taught growing up, Drum?
I mean, my parents were just together. They got married when they were finally like maybe 15 years later. I was like, you guys can hold out 3 more years till I turned 18 so I can get some scholarships.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
I was thinking about different stuff.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
screwing you over your scholarships,
I was
huh?
like, come on. No, I tease them all the time. They're like, yeah, we should have waited.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
Don't
you're here
tell
on the show working for free, so that college would have went a long ways.
I'm doing it. I am doing it for the love, guys.
I know you are, but yeah, they could have held out 3 more years, but that's nice. They were kind of like, it's called California marriage when you're with somebody for that long and you're just with somebody. So you're married in the eyes of each other and the eyes of the Lord, but not legally, which
Right.
you
don't get the tax benefits, which is important.
yeah, I guess tax benefits are important.
Hey, I like the way they did it though. They just bought the marriage license one time. We were there forever. Me and my sister had no idea what was happening. My dad's like, it's on deck for when it's gonna happen. Later, a couple days that week, he's all, get in your finest outfit. We're getting married today at the park on St. Mary's. I was like, all right, bird.
All right, so out of the 25,000 Americans that were surveyed for this, what are some other stats that you want to share with us?
Well, 41% would think it would be ideal if the partner proposed to them, while 30% would prefer to be the one proposing to that loved one.
Okay.
17%, they don't even want to get engaged.
I think that's normal these days too, because I don't think my daughter ever wants to get engaged.
I mean, I've talked about it before, but like in my opinion, if you guys want to get engaged and do your thing, different strokes. But like for me, I'm like, marriage feels dated. I don't want to worry about a dowry. Just kidding.
Can we just form a corporation?
Yeah.
For the tax benefits?
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, I was one that never thought I would get married. And now as I get older and things start settling down, it's a possibility where I wouldn't mind, but I would like to do things, if I do take that plunge, the more old school, traditional way. That means me asking and everything else, and then risking getting denied, because if I get denied, that's going to make a hell of a story for the radio show.
You gotta film it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do
Post
it.
it to
Do it
YouTube.
at a Roadrunners game. Yeah, during
With
intermission. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. What else you got for us in another one, Drum?
it's National Waffle Day. Let's go.
Yeah. Are you a fan of waffles?
I love waffles. There's a song. It's like, do you like waffles? Yeah, I like waffles.
Okay.
So what do you guys like best? Best waffles, pancakes, or French toast?
I like chicken and waffles.
Oh,
Chicken and
that's
waffles is good. Actually, the chicken brought me back to the waffles. I was not eating waffles for a long time until chicken and waffles, and then I rediscovered my love for waffles. So
Heck
yeah.
yeah, that's beautiful.
So out of those three, 100% waffles for sure. Waffles would be my favorite out of those three.
See, it's been 8 months now since I have been able to have smell and taste buds functionally working.
COVID.
So yeah,
Mhm.
yes, I will go to a doctor eventually. Eventually, but the second I get hit with that flavor stick, I am going after it.
Hit with the flavor stick. Now my mind was racing in a whole different direction. All right, wrap things up. What's our final story here, Drum?
We are more comfortable telling our pets a secret than our friends.
Because my pets don't go running around telling all my other friends.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't think it was that big of a secret, dude. Didn't think that I shouldn't say that on the air. So that was my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you understand.
I'm understanding now, but yeah, keep it to your pet then. Don't just blab it to me. But yeah, that's ridiculous. So of course, obviously, if you're talking to your pet, then you probably don't have any friends. So it's a moot point.
I would like to argue that that's not true. You have your pet and you have your homies, and sometimes you just like, you look at your pet and you're like, you know what? It's gonna be locked in your vault, and I'm not ready for the phone tree to start acting up.
So you're saying that you talk to your pets regularly.
I don't have pets, not yet.
Oh, so you don't even have pets.
But every time,
What if I do? I'll talk to them. Yeah, they'll keep running away, Drum. That's why I don't have any pets.
I'm not allowed to have pets where I live.
Oh.
It's not a safe environment with the with the way the fence is.
Oh, come on. There's all types of dogs running around on the south side. You could get a pet.
Oh yeah, but
Just throw some food out and call it your pet.
Exactly.
That's what I'm doing with the neighborhood cat.
I just regularly feed whatever's in the ditch, and I'm like, hope you like it. And the coyotes are just like, thank you.
Yeah. All right, that's another one with Drum. Well, we're going to do a face-off in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League, Drum versus D-Rock.
Oh, no.
That's coming up after Finger 11. Keep it right here to Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All
Damn
right.
it.
Yes, as we get ready for the game that we just played with Emil that you saw. Drum and D-Rock are going to go heads up, and we'll see who brings down a W in the league. What's your record right now, Drum?
2-3.
2-3. I'll double check that. But first, D-Rock and I, after we talked about what the milk crate challenge was, which we did on the air around 7:30 today, you've probably seen this. Oh, hold on. Hey, it's Beef Vegan. Arizona's about to get hotter. That's because FanDuel Fantasy Sports and FanDuel Sportsbook are coming soon. FanDuel's daily fantasy contests begin this Saturday, August 28th, and they're easy to enter, 100% secure, and most of all, a ton of fun. You can go head-to-head against thousands of fans of every major U.S. sport for a shot to win real cash prizes. I have friends in other states have been playing fantasy on FanDuel for years. They love doing both the full season fantasy mode and the daily fantasy mode, so they get double the prizes. FanDuel is America's #1 sports book, and that's coming soon as well with the best betting lines, lots of promotions for both new and existing customers, fast payouts, and a safe, secure, easy-to-use app. Visit FanDuel.com/Arizona today to learn more. That's FanDuel.com/Arizona. Age and location restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. Bonus issued in non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. See FanDuel.com for terms and conditions. To be honest with you, I have no idea what that last part meant. I mean, I was just saying words. I'm like, I don't comprehend them at all.
I like how you can have a conversation with yourself. You don't need pets or friends.
Yeah. Thank you, Vox Pro. But anyways, as I was saying, you probably have seen on TikTok or Twitter this milk crate challenge going around. It's ridiculous. It doesn't raise awareness for anything. It's just people dumb and brave enough to climb up a bunch of milk crates and try not to kill themselves.
Somebody's ending up on the Darwin Awards.
Oh, yeah. And D-Rock and I watched a couple of these videos because we found the source. And here it is. Check it out. All right, Rock 102.1 KFMA. We talked about the milk crate challenge on the air today. We were actually able to locate the very first video. So as you continue to see these challenges spread like wildfire through social media as their viral sensation, we actually know where the first video came from and who started it. It was a man named Jordan Brown. And this is his Facebook page. This was from his Facebook Live that he did. He clipped the challenge here, and he reposted it the next day. He initially posted it on August 13th. That's when a lot of people saw it. So then he reclipped it on August 14th. It went viral, and then now you're seeing dummies from all over the country and soon to be all over the world attempting this milk crate challenge, and they all pretty much end as bad as this initial one.
Now, did it get taken down from the Facebook Live because it's dangerous, or did he take it down, or is it just like every time I try to do something it airs out and I don't know why?
I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. It's a question I don't know at this point. I do know that this repost got 830,000 views so far.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, you saw this original one? So this is the original one. So when you see all these imitators out there, just know that this was the creator. This is the person who got so high and said, you know what? I got all these milk crates here. Let's do something. And that's what this is. The milk crate challenge. In the middle of the crate here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So it's 7 high, which is tough.
It's like a person.
Yeah, it is. It's about 7 feet. I don't know if it's 7 feet, at least a little over 6. But let's see how well this guy does. So here he goes. No, instantly fails. But there's more. And luckily, Jordan, as he realizes he created this viral sensation, he's starting to see other people emulate and copy him. And so he's sharing these posts on his page as well. Jordan Brown is his name. This is a girl. That's not that bad. I mean, none of these falls are great falls, though. You know, like you just
that edge on the back right there, though, is that I've done it, so it's brutal. I can feel it every time I see it.
Yeah, you're breaking bones and you break your neck. It's so that was one. Let's play another one here.
Oh,
which one do you want to see out of these?
The dude's just all the way to the top.
This guy?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, did you see the lady almost die? Okay, I'll play this one here. All right, he's confident. He got some nice kicks on. All right.
He's got the strut.
Yes, he does. All right, then this is where the legs start getting a little wobbly. He starts to doubt himself. Up. Nope, things aren't going to look good. Things aren't going to look good.
That one's red because it means danger.
Yes. Red is dead. And he's looking. He's thinking.
He's frozen with fear.
Yeah. So would I. And everyone's filming. They're like, I'm going to watch you die.
He's regretting getting this high without falling.
Oh, my God. So much so. Here he goes. He's on the blue one. Up. He goes on the red. And
on his noggin.
Not the. Oh, yes. And then the crates land on his head. All right. Let's see. This one. This lady got knocked out. So.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
And, come on. She's got to know better. She's too old for this.
Nah, you know what? You got to love Black Twitter and just communities are just like, hey, we're doing this.
No.
Yeah. Okay. And here she goes. She's up top. Now, spoiler alert, we saw the guy trying to wake her up at the end of this. So it's not going to end well. No. Oh, yes.
Dude, she like splits.
Yes.
she did a cheerleading move all the way down.
Yeah, she did. She almost reverse gave birth to one of those crates. It's brutal. Good. They do the whole replay. And I'll do one more here before I wrap it up. Let's see this guy. He's confident.
I feel like this one should be more stable just because it's got that one
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, I guess, is the standard middle if you're going to do that.
It's already unsupported over on the left there. Like it's
set up for him to fail.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, they know what makes viral hits. Here it goes. Oh, just straight drop. And actually, he landed okay, even though he's going to be there for a while. And then they're like, oh, you okay? So it could have been worse for that guy.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That is a quick rundown of the milk crate challenge and why you should probably not attempt to do that at home.
No.
Ever. All right. Yeah, sorry, there was a lot of echo. I forgot to mute Derek's mic when I was going through those videos, so that's my bad.
That looks fun though.
Just right now? Maybe
no, not just now. It was earlier when we recorded that.
Oh, it's probably me then.
Same, Rob.
I push buttons that I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, they are fun to watch, Rob. I'll give you that much for sure. And it were super fun. And obviously, we did that for the stream only because you can't, you can't do that in real life. You don't want to do that in real life. Or I can't play that on radio. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm watching the stream. There is an issue on the stream where Gittins, you were out of line. You're out of line. So the best way to address this is to apologize and make sure you never, ever do that shit again, man. Whether you think you were joking or not, Christine was not happy about that, obviously, and rightfully so. So it's upsetting to see this kind of strife amongst our streamer community.
Mom.
And we joke around a lot and we do dirty DMs and stuff. And sometimes we open up that can of worms. But if there's anything you get out of dirty DMs is that nobody likes an unsolicited dick pic.
Mm-hmm. And she said no yesterday, guys. So there was no consent.
Right. So we don't have to, we'll make too much of an issue. Well, we know these are facts. And this is what the takeaway is from the dirty DMs. You just don't do it. It's something that we just don't do. It took guys, honestly, a good 5 years to figure that out.
Still
I think
taking people time.
That's true. And there's a learning curve, but we're well past that curve. Now we know. We know that's a fact. We don't do they don't like it. And even when it's solicited, a lot of times they don't even like it. So it's a no-win.
Nobody
so I
wants
wouldn't
to
do that.
see that.
Yes. So let's cleanse our palate real quick. We're going to be back with the game. Here was this morning's F My Life, in case you missed it.
Fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid. Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
All right, starting off with F My Life of mine. I forgot how to press buttons. Rock 102.1. It's time for another round of My Life. Give us a call if you got one you care to share on the air. You can do so anonymously as well. Beefvegan at KFMA.com. Subject line FML. Here's our first email. Today, my boyfriend took pictures of me while I was sleeping.
Okay.
Instead of it being all cute like you'd see on social media, there's me sleeping with this dirty ass sock on my face and him smiling in my background.
I gotta say, F my life, but he's awesome.
Yeah, I want to hang out with this dude for sure. Yeah, F your life, but this guy is a guy's guy. Hilarious. So moving forward, today I was sitting next to the guy I'm trying to get close to while we were at a bar.
Okay.
Music was playing, so I thought while his attention was diverted, I would sneak out a yawn.
All right.
Just as I did so, the music went silent and I let out a tremendous burp.
At least you didn't fart.
Yeah,
Good baby.
Right. If anything, that might be endearing.
He might dig on it.
I don't think guys in Tucson care about like that much ladylike demeanor. You
Dude,
know?
if it was impressive enough,
Right.
you win.
Yeah. Did you just chug that beer and you let out a belch?
Yep.
You're my dream woman. You're my soulmate. Let's get married immediately. All right. Next situation. Today, while waiting on a customer at a restaurant, I accidentally asked a little person if she'd like the children's menu.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I want to laugh at it, but I don't want to offend anybody. But yeah, definitely F your life.
I'm 100% laughing at him. Laughing at Anonymous here. Didn't write your name. I like your style there. I would be embarrassed too. So yes, definitely F your life. How rude. All right, 2 more left. Today, my boss was being a total a-hole. While in the bathroom, he turned his back on me. So I gave him the finger, mouthed obscenities, and pantomime stabbing him with a knife.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, the guy went overboard. He was looking in the mirror and saw everything.
Jackass.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, F your life.
Oh, yeah, you just lost your job, man.
HR, now.
Yeah. If you didn't get fired immediately, trust me, they're working on getting you fired. So I would start looking for a job immediately, Trevor.
Yes.
All right. And final F my life of the day. Today, that final F my life, you're going to have to wait. Oh, yes. You probably know what it was. We're on here in 5 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents here on this Tuesday morning. I do have Derek or D-Rock and Drum in studio, and it's time for another game. The games that they dread so much as we do the Beef Vegan Competitive League, Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League. I got Drum at 4-2 and D-Rock at 2-3. So he has a losing record. He's looking to go 500 today. And the game that we're going to play is Little Kid or Drunk Adult.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
what I have here is audio from listeners, and I asked them to name something stupid they did, either as a little kid or a drunk adult. I'm going to play a clip, and then you're going to guess whether it's little kid or drunk adult. Okay?
All right.
It's very simple.
Do I got to buzz in or?
No, we're going to go one at a time here.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So, Drum, I'm going to let you go first. Ladies first, since you have the winning record. Here's Jerry. Check out what Jerry says here.
I got caught stealing a blue raspberry Slurpee from 7-Eleven by putting it in my pants.
Okay. So based off what Jerry said, did he do that as a drunk adult or did he do that as a little kid?
I feel like a little kid just because he said I got caught.
Okay. Well, adults get caught too, Drum, but let's find out. All right, Jerry.
I was actually a little kid.
All
Friends
right.
dared me to steal a Slurpee. I put it in the front of my pants, and I was caught immediately. The whole thing was on security camera. My only hope is that it does not exist to this day.
Yeah, it probably doesn't. So that's the good news there for Jerry. All right, D-Rock, you know how it's done.
Oh, man, pressure's on.
Here's
Here we go.
Michelle. This is what Michelle
I
did.
threw up on a police officer.
All right, she threw up on a police officer.
Oh, man.
Was she drunk or a little kid?
Well, that could go either way.
Yeah, that's right. It could go either way. That's the name of the game, man.
Officer friendly or drunk lady. She was drunk.
She was drunk. All right, let's find out from Michelle.
So I was a kid. I got lost in the mall when I was a small child. The police found me a little while after. I was kind of wandering around the food court, And one of the officers, he picked me up, and I was so scared about everything that was just going on. I ended up puking right in this poor officer's face. He immediately dropped me to the ground, which obviously made me cry. And it was just really awful and embarrassing.
There you go. Yeah. Wow. Crazy story from Michelle, right? I know. All right, Drum, back to you. If you get this, I think it'll be impossible for D-Rock to win. So,
Already?
yes,
Oh,
already.
gosh.
These are quick games. Here we go. We're going to be talking with Blair on this one.
I took a huge bite out of the cactus plant.
All right. She took a huge bite out of a cactus plant. Did she do this as a little kid or a drunk adult? Drum.
I'm going to say a little kid.
You're going to say little kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Let's find out from Blair.
I was a little kid. I was curious to see what it felt like, and it was awful.
Same. That
Had
was
to
like
go
my
to the
mentality as a
hospital.
kid.
I can't even look at cactus plants still to this day. It's worse
Oof.
than getting your wisdom teeth taken out.
I believe it. Oh, because you imagine all the needles. Oh.
All right,
Oh,
D-Rock,
man.
the bad news is you lost, okay? But the good news is I'll
Sorry,
give you a
D-Rock.
chance for redemption if you could answer this one, okay?
I got detained by the police because I was jump roping naked on the side of the road.
Okay. Drunk or little kid?
That's a little kid.
That's a little kid?
That's a little kid. Yeah.
All right.
Please.
Believe it or not, I was a drunk adult. I was drinking like I did back in my college days, blacked out. Then I don't know how it happened. I started jump roping in the street, stark naked. Didn't get arrested though. The cop who saw me there, he knew me, he knew my dad, and he drove me home.
There you go. So there you have it. And D-Rock, you were terrible at this game. And congratulations, Drum.
Thanks,
You
guys.
just increased your record to 4-2 as D-Rock goes 2-4. Actually, you're 5-2, Drum. So yes. All right. That was an excellent game. I got to take a quick break. Be right back to wrap things up right after this. Clear. All right.
The cactus one is still throwing me. I'm just like, oof.
Yeah. You guys are playing along. That's good. You're doing good.
I had a dog that got stuck in one of those cholla cactuses. And I'm just thinking, like, because their little back legs were stuck together. If you did that in your mouth, just,
We are on the stream, though, so try not to soft talk it. But yeah. But while you do, let me, as I get ready for this next final segment, as we go into our beef tip and stuff, I do want to share with you a story about coyotes on heroin.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This is an epidemic. This is a real thing that's happening in Vancouver, Canada. Check it out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I just like saying rock like that. Did that sound pretty rock and roll there?
Yeah,
Neil?
man, was super hardcore. You're very edgy, Beef.
I'm on a rock station, so sometimes I got to sound like I'm Captain Rock and Roll.
You should do it again.
Rock.
That was forced.
Yeah, that was a little hoarse. I'll work on it. You had a better rock. You've been on this station before for like a decade. So did they teach you? I mean, you were on the station when it was mostly alternative, so you're probably talking to ladies. But let me get your man version of rock.
Rock.
Oh,
Rock 102.1.
Oh, it's a little stalkerish.
I know. Well, that's that's who I am.
Hey, no homo or anything, but something moved down there.
That's good.
Yeah.
At least somebody's moved.
Yeah. Let me tell you about an epidemic that's happening in Vancouver.
All right.
I've been to Vancouver. It's a beautiful town. It's like Seattle.
I love Vancouver.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, any beautiful town in the Pacific Northwest is going to have their fair share of homeless people. I mean, we know about it. Here in Tucson, there's tons of homeless people.
Mostly our population at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I live in Midtown, so it's like literally I have to. They say be a defensive driver is the best type of driver, and I'm a defensive driver as to not accidentally hit any homeless junkies that might just pop out.
It's like Frogger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the point where I have this whole strategy when I get off of the freeway on I-10 and Grant. One, I'm not going to be in the left-hand lane that's directly next to the sidewalk because I'm going to be hit up and talked to. Which I'm trying to avoid.
Mid-traffic conversation.
Yeah, so I'm always in the second to left-hand lane.
Yeah.
So I have like a buffer in between. Two, I got to keep my window rolled up no matter how good the day is. And 3, I got to pretend like I'm preoccupied with something. So I have this like, right, as soon as I'm getting off the off ramp,
right,
there's a little checklist, my mental checklist that I'm doing, so I can avoid any kind of eye contact or communication with whoever's asking for anything on the side of the road. That may make me a bad person. I'm fine with that.
It's all right. I do that with people that I know that aren't homeless. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, back to the homeless situation in Vancouver. It's led to the animal life terrorizing the local community, which is strange, but let me be more specific here. Coyotes. Vancouver is plagued with heroin addicted coyotes.
Oh, man. They were bound to get up there, man, up to the great white north.
Yeah. So here's what's happening. These coyotes have been rummaging through these homeless camps and ingesting, seriously, a buzzkill for these homeless guys. And one thing I'm going to feel bad about.
Damn coyote eat my heroin.
Yeah. It's got to be hard to come by when you're homeless to get a bunch of black tar.
Yeah.
And then when you finally do, you pass out because you're high on the black tar. You wake up, a coyote stole it, and you think it's your buddy Ralph.
Yeah. So you kill him?
Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly.
It's real dark.
That's a scenario. That's a scenario that happens all the time on the streets of Vancouver. It's dark, but it's realistic. So they say the behavior of some of these individuals suggests that they're ingesting toxins or drugs, possibly opioids. Also led to indication of possible abuse of these animals. And that's what's leading to these animals acting erratically and biting and attacking just people on a whim.
Yeah.
So if you had heroin addicted coyotes attacking homeless people on your apocalypse bingo card, then you got the bingo.
Sounds kind of fun though. I just imagine all these Canadians. Oh no, the coyote, eh? He's high on heroin.
He's on the smack, eh?
Yeah. Oh, let's go inside now. Okay. It's my Canadian accent. I don't know. It's not
That's
the
pretty
greatest.
good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, eh?
They went on to say the challenge here with this situation is that we're really not sure of the history of these individuals, and some of their behavior is erratic. The individuals being coyotes. So, yeah.
These individuals. They're nice.
They're so nice.
They are nice. They treat the coyotes like, drug addicted people.
Yeah. So again, once you're getting off the freeway here, you may think you have a bad, trying to avoid eye contact. Just keep in mind that as for now, we don't have heroin addicted coyotes attacking us, and that's good.
Yet.
All right, coming up next, I'm going to play a game with Emil called Little Kid or Drunk Adult. I'll explain what that is, and you can play against Emil too for his ranking in the. Yeah, and we already did that game. We did that game twice now. So it was a fun game. D-Rock sucks at it.
Yeah, dude.
Not as much as Emil, though. I think you guys equally sucked. That's cool.
I got 2 wrong. How many did you get wrong?
He got 3 wrong in a row. Better. Yeah, man. He kept going with his instincts. I'm like, you got to go opposite your instincts, man.
That's
your
what I
instincts
did.
have been wrong.
I was actually using babysitting logic. I was like, what have I seen or what have I done as a kid?
And look at that. And it actually worked out for you. That babysitting logic was the key to winning that game.
It's a good thing I babysat both kids and adults.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I was actually thinking, I was like, if I needed a babysitter for my daughter and stuff, I can possibly hit up Drum. But at the same time, my daughter's almost 16, so she doesn't need a babysitter. She's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm the babysitter.
I don't think my kids ever had babysitters. I mean, grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. Well, those are babysitters. All right. We got about 5 seconds or so, and then we're going to wrap things up with a beef tip. But thank you guys as always for watching the stream, and don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend. And if you share, like, comment, all that good stuff, that helps. Rock on a 2.1. That's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. But before I leave you, let me leave you with this. 9% of people can't decide whether or not they're decisive. This according to a recent survey. Of course, if you can't decide whether or not you're decisive, you're not decisive.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it is. 17% said they're fairly indecisive, and a lot of wishy-washy. There's stats all over the place with this. But a fun fact from this: people making under $40,000 a year were more indecisive than people making $80,000 or more. So the people that were more financially successful were more likely to make decisions and not be undecisive or indecisive.
Makes sense.
And why so?
Because you got to put a lot of choice into how you're spending your money and making decisions when you're poorer.
Yeah. Exactly.
And when you're poor, to avoid making a decision, you're like, I'll just avoid anything that would force me to spend money.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. So my beef tip to you is to be more decisive. Okay. So as simple as that, I'll give you an example. If you're in a relationship, this happens to me all the time. I said, what do you want to eat? To my girlfriend, she says, I don't know.
Mhm.
And then you mention something. She's like, I don't feel like that. All right. So, okay. Well, then what do you feel like? I don't know. Just make the decision. I'll tell you this right now. If you start becoming more decisive, your spouse or significant other will be decisive as well, because then they won't want what you suggest or you tell them what you're going to eat, right? Like, oh, we're eating Chinese food tonight because you said it's up to me.
And with that advice, divorce rates rise.
Oh,
No,
okay.
gosh. I mean, I roll a D20. I'm like, what am I feeling? I give myself 2 options, evens or odds. My D20 is like there. And I was like, all right, we're going with that.
We got to wrap things up here on the stream, and we're